Hi everybody, I'm Mike and this is Metro Trails. We're along the old Morris Canal outside of Phillipsburg, New Jersey. Lopatcong and Pohatcong border are right over here. And this is an interesting spot because we're not on towpath. This retention pond utilized a portion of the former canal's route as sort of a little developer's incentive thing. Right, Ev? Ev, do you want to run down through and go under to the other side? We can. We're out in Phillipsburg, and I got my one of my eyes got a wood chip in it today, so I had to try to go over to urgent care. And so we're walking right up the road where the canal used to go, and Ev is having a good time here. Wanted to get out and do something. I don't remember if I ever showcased this spot, but it's kind of neat. So now we're up on where the towpath used to be, the general area of it. This actually isn't the towpath right here. It was built up on top of it, sort of. So if you look over right here, you'll see an opening. There's Canal Prism right in here. And there's the actual old towpath right over there. It merges with this this pathway of the retention pond just right in this area. So there goes a squirrel, Ev. And this was all very undeveloped and kind of an informal path for a long time. And you can see Route 22 is straight ahead. It was hoped that when this development was built... Here, Ev, let's turn around the other way and walk this way so everybody can see this. Let's watch the sunset. Let's go over here, Ev, okay? It was hoped that when when this development went in, that Route 22 could be bridged or tunneled for the Greenway. Let's run this way, okay? Come on, over here. What? Unfortunately, when they built this, no tunnel or anything was created to put the Greenway through. And to this day, it remains bisected. So one of the things I brought up in one of the Board of Rec meetings was that with whatever development of the former Phillipsburg Mall property come about, that's right up here behind these townhouses. Whatever happens with it, we have to make certain that the crosswalk at the traffic light on Route 22 next to the Taco Bell remains in place, because that's the only way we have for pedestrians to get across 22 somewhat safely, and then to get to the Canal Greenway on the other side. I see, Ev, you're down in the canal, right? You're down in it. So it's very important that that remain intact in order to continue the Greenway. And directly on the other side of 22, the canal and towpath have been really well restored and is part of a trail. So looks like somebody's messed up the canal sign here. So hopefully that'll be a better Greenway in the future. As always, along our Greenway here, we've got the Morris Canal Trailblazes, which go across the state like that. They're these octagonal yellow blazes. And here we're looking at, this is the original towpath over here, and we have part of the prism and this little berm edge of trail. This is parallel with it, and we're getting close to the berm side of the canal. The trail goes through this way, and there was a deal that the Canal Greenway was going to go through if they built a development. They tried blocking that off because as soon as this was completed and all the townhouses were completed, they put no trespassing signs up on this. I saw that and I said, oh no, we need to have that taken care of, and we got that taken care of. So here is where the trail cuts through. Come on over here, Ev. We're going to go into the woods section. You are so fast. But this is a really nice little thing there. If you have to have a creative reuse done, this is pretty good. So here's where the trail comes down. This is Lock Street over here. And now there is room to park 2 or 3 cars on this spot. Hey, there's a nice minivan right there. Pretty handy for hikes. Thanks again to Mr. Bob Mundy, who helped to hook me up with this wonderful Honda Odyssey that we love using on the hikes. Mr. Mundy can possibly hook you up with some stuff too, if you have a trade-in or something like that that you want to get rid of. So here, the trail is in the canal prism. The towpath is to my right, and we are heading westbound. And Ev is very fast. And they've done an excellent job of clearing this. Here's a little closer look at what the Morris Canal trailblazes look like. What did you find, Ev? Is that a bone? Yeah, it's a bone. It's probably a deer bone or something. So here you have some of these concrete structures here that were intended to drain the canal. Some of these were put back as far as 1924 to 1927, 1927 probably. The abandonment, I see, have you got on top of it? The abandonment engineer of the canal, Vermeulen was his name. They put in these concrete structures because it was considered a liability to leave them in place. Careful walking down there, Ev. So you'll see those all over the place. There was mosquito problems and such when the canal was abandoned, and other liabilities, and unfortunately the whole thing was much dismantled. Look at this. Looks like a muffler pipe. And then here it picks back up on the old towpath again, and we are right beside Lock Street. Yeah, we're up here on the towpath now, Ev. Wow, that's right. I don't know why they have the turn blaze. Whoever, it wasn't me on this case. Whoever marked this section here put the turn blaze facing left out on the road instead of the correct way. So, oh well. Anyway, if there's two, the top one points to the direction of the turn, so that one's facing the wrong way. Here's one of those hideous warehouses you could see up on the hill there, that for some reason they just didn't want to put any solar panels on top of it. They had to take other nearby land out of agriculture to do it. Not a big fan of that. Solar's a great idea. Put it on the roof of these buildings that are a half mile long, though. Not in our farms. Now, this is really cool. Ev, we want to show everybody how big this tree is here. Could you go stand next to that giant tree? So that tree, uh-oh, careful. That tree has only been growing since about 1924 when they closed the canal. Is your arm all right? Yeah, you just got a little dirty. Step back a little bit and stand right next to that tree. So Emerald ash borer got to this one already. You can see that you're getting a lot of this lichens and stuff to it, and this tree is pretty well dead. Looks like a big ash tree. It's a big ash tree, that's right. So we go around it and we can walk this way. And so anyway, it moves away from the road very slightly and then goes into a private driveway, but there's a public right-of-way across that. And this trail is going to lead you right down to old inclined plane number 11. Not 11, sorry. Old inclined plane number 10 west. This dip down here might have been a little weir site here. Like sometimes the spillways were a little bit dipped down. What do you see? That's just a side path. But anyway, that's what this is all about. You can follow this out to that point, and then from that point, the Morris Canal Greenway will follow Lock Street into Phillipsburg and past a couple of lock sites we've covered on past videos. Hey Ev, can you say goodbye to everybody watching? Say good night. Thanks. Bye.